Okay, so in Revelation chapter 12, we see the man-child, which is the elect, being caught up, raptured, at the same time as the dragon and the fallen angels are kicked out of heaven. So it's almost kind of a simultaneous thing. Now, I want to show you something really special that I found about this. But first, let's read it. Starting at verse 5. And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with the rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. Now that is Revelation chapter 2, verses 26 and 27. The overcomers who rule with the rod of iron over all nations. That is the elect. Next verse. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had the place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And there was a war in heaven. Here it is. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So what we're looking at right here is the rapture at the time of the Antichrist. Because when the dragon and the fallen angels are cast out of heaven, the man-child is caught up, I believe, simultaneously, and you have the Antichrist on earth. Now, the amazing thing that I found is that the word Antichrist in English gematria equals the numbers 726. That is the numerical value for the word Antichrist, and the number 726 in the Strong's Concordance is harpazo, which is the words caught up, the rapture, as most call it. So you guys see this pattern here? That the rapture is at the time of the Antichrist. And the word Antichrist adds up to 726, which is rapture or harpazo. Because at the rapture, which is 726, you have the Antichrist on earth. And the word Antichrist adds up to 726, harpazo, rapture. That's pretty amazing to me. Another amazing thing that somebody actually showed me in the comment section is the word beast adds up to the number 47 in simple gematria. And the last Trump is the 47th president. Go figure, right? You know, the beast that got the head wound that seemed deadly. It only seemed deadly. It wasn't deadly, though. That's why the King James says, Revelation 13, that it seemed deadly. They're telling you in a million different ways who the last Trump is. Now, remember Back to the Future when the DeLorean was caught up out of time at the clock tower, right at the same time that the lightning fell from heaven to the earth at the clock tower. Just like Satan falls from heaven like lightning at the same time as the rapture of the man-child. Well, that's what they showed us in the movie Back to the Future. And all of this is happening in the movie while all the clocks are set at 10:02, and then it goes to 10:03, and then it goes to 10:04, which is the dates for the Feast of Trumpets this year, 2024, which is October 2nd, which you can see the clock at right now, 10:02, to October 4th, which That is the time that the clock hits, 10:04, when the DeLorean skips out of time. So they are showing us, if my calculations are correct, just like Doc says, they are showing us this event at the Feast of Trumpets here in 2024. And if you type in the phrase in the Gematria calculator, time of rapture, it is 10:02, which is the Feast of Trumpets this year. And it is the time that the clocks were set at in the movie Back to the Future. Now, granted, it could be 10:03 or 10:04, but 10:02 was the first day of the Feast of Trumpets. And also, you remember the word Antichrist equaled 726 in English Gematria, which is harpazo, which is a rapture. Well, the words time of rapture now in Hebrew Gematria, not English, but Hebrew, also equals 726, which is harpazo. So the time of the rapture and the Antichrist, which is this simultaneous thing that we just saw in the movie Back to the Future, and we read in the book of Revelation chapter 12, the man-child getting caught up, and the Antichrist coming down to earth, both equals 726 in Gematria. One in English Gematria and one in Hebrew Gematria. But I still see a major sign there. Now, remember how I told you when Doc falls from the clock tower, right? When the lightning hits and then the DeLorean is caught up, right? We see the rapture, then we see the Antichrist falling to earth, pictured of Doc. Well, you know the amazing thing about that is, and the connection to the last Trump, right? He would be the actual one in real life, but Doc in the movie would be symbolic of him. Is it possible that we see this in another show on TV where Doc actually plays the Antichrist? Oh, and maybe Michael J. Fox in this scene too, you know? Is it possible?
Michael Faraday!
Oh, look at you. I tell you, this is like stepping back in time.
The past is prologue, Michael. Men like us have to keep looking to the future.
You know, I've been going over this Millennium Project proposal. There's some great stuff in here. I do think you should tone down the Armageddon end of days rhetoric.
No need to worry, Michael. I have some good news. I'm the Messiah.
That's a good joke. That's great. You start with that, you keep them light.
No, Michael, I'm serious. The chosen one, the King of Kings, the Alpha and the Omega. You're looking at him.
Look, Owen, if this is some kind of joke, let me just say, good one. I get it. That's,
I'm as shocked as you are, believe me. I'm as shocked as you are, believe me. This is a big responsibility. I mean, look at this.
Things to do. Banish Satan and the forces of evil. Build the New Jerusalem. Buy milk.
I keep forgetting to pick up milk.
Oh, and you can't be serious.
Look, Michael, I know I'm supposed to be able to do this all by myself, being the Son of God and all. I know I'm supposed to be able to do this all by myself, being the Son of God and all, but I'm feeling a lot of pressure. So I was thinking, maybe you could help me.
Well, you want me to help you, banish Satan and establish God's kingdom on earth?
If you're not too busy.
Remember, MAGA means the priest of the sun. And do you see his tie, the sun? And remember the picture of Apollo, the sun god, in Trump's room, and Trump was also on Spin City.
Listen, I have kind of a pressing appointment, but I thought you might run into a roadblock, so I asked someone to drop by. Hello,
Mike?
sir?
Donald.
Mr. Trump here wrote The Art of the Deal. Then he wrote a new bestseller, The Art of the Comeback.
2 books. Wow. Well, sit down. Well, that must have been tough coming up with that much material.
No.
It's been hard getting started, though, right?
First day, 9 chapters.
9 chapters.
You should call your next book The Art of Not Helping.
Most people are waiting for some character to come out and say, hey, look, everybody, I'm the man of sin, you know, the Antichrist. They're waiting for that type of revealing. Well, it's already been revealed for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. And like I said in previous videos, this is something that most Christians will absolutely refuse to believe until it's too late. And it's no surprise to me that the apostasy, the falling away from the faith in the last days, is in the very same verse as the revealing of the man of sin. Because I believe that these two are closely connected, that one causes the other. The revealing of this man of sin is causing this falling away because they're wandering after the beast, the man of sin. And that's exactly what we're seeing, isn't it? Major, major idolatry, major Trump worship.
Our projections show that by the year 2025, not only America, but the entire planet will be under the protection and the dominion of this power alliance. The gains have been substantial, both for ourselves and for you, the human power elite.
Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman. Sighed the vicious sake. I have saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.